it's just my intro. I think you all love my intro. It's the round one of the finals has been done. So I'm going to go over how the final system works because there's a few managers or coaches or general managers out there, one in particular, that doesn't quite know how a final five system works. So I'll go over that in a minute. But once again, I'm joined by the beautiful Melly. She's here with us today to go over this quick review of round one of the finals. That's right. All right, so let's get it started. First of all, in the first major qualifying final, I think it's called. Is that what it's called? First semi-qualifying. All right, I don't know what it is. So the qualifying final, we had Renegades up against Rangers Anonymous. It was Renegades 339 defeated Rangers Anonymous 324. That's right, Renegades 339 defeated, Rangers Anonymous 324. So just to explain to you, Stiff, what a qualifying final is. Qualifying final means you get a second chance because you finish second or third. And you qualify to see who plays the person who finished on top or who plays the person that won out of fourth and fifth. Now, a final five system works like that. So now, because you finish second and third, you play the person who finishes on top. The winner will go straight to the grand final. The loser will go to the preliminary final. That's how it works, Stiff. Just to let you know that you now get your money back, or you leave it in for the competition next year. It's up to you. So, yes, Stiff, that's how Finals 5 works. Anyway, 339 Stiff, defeated Rangers Anonymous 324, and that is the reason why you have got the harder game next week by playing Jabronis. So anyway, let's have a look at it. Tim Membry, I should get into the game really, shouldn't I? Tim Membry got 32 points as a full forward, kicked 5 goals too. Great effort by Tim Membry. He was backed up by Josh Kennedy, who got 61 points as a half forward. So combined 93 points between full forward and half forward. What an effort. 12 goals between them. Absolutely fantastic effort there by both of those. So that's right. But now, let's don't forget, Eagles, GWS next week, and they've got Hawthorn, and they've got Adelaide. So it could be a tough one. Sydney next week, we've got St Kilda next week, we've got Sydney. At Etihad Stadium, though, so that's a bit of a bonus. Membry is against his old team, so that's pretty good. Let's compare it to the other forward line. Toby Green, Hogan was a very late out. We probably never end up with him playing, but obviously Toby Green was there for a reason. He ended up getting 2 goals, 14 points. Can't complain about that one. Tex Walker was back though. He's got the easy run home, to be honest. He had 17 kicks, 12 marks and 4 goals. Got 53 points. Not quite as good as Kenny, but still a fantastic effort. Actually, 61 points and 53 points are the 2 highest totals for half forwards this year. So fantastic. The old Trent Grove experiment in the utility spot, yeah, it worked one week, didn't work the next week, did it? 36 points as utility, had a shocker. So I'm amazed he actually got over the line here. Thanks to Kennedy and Membry, that's the reason he got over the line. 36 points. However, your counterpart, Josh Shell, didn't have a very good game. He only got 53 points utility, just 22 disposals, 4 tackles that well. Joel Selwood, should I say, not Josh Selwood. Joel Selwood, only 3 points. Midfielders this week, Matty Crouch. Anyone who played for LA had a good game, let's be honest. Matty Crouch, 50 points as midfielder. Jordan Lewis, 34 points for midfielder. 84 between them. Smashed the counterparts in Matthew Boyd and Sam Mitchell, who both got 35, having probably 2 of their worst weeks. They only got 70 points. In the ruck, Big Mummy was back to his mummifying best. 52 points. He was against Nichols. Nichols looked like it was kind of a bit of an injury, but he was against Nichols for the day. He got 50 points as a hitter as a ruckman. He will be up against Nick Nat next week, so it might be tough. Whereas Sean Hampson for Richmond, 36 points as a ruckman. He's getting that. He's in between 30 and 40 every week, no matter who he plays. Zach Merritt as a halfback, only 52 points. Saying only, it's a great score, but still, compared to what he normally gets, Zach Merritt only got the 1 tackle this week, and that's why he got 52 points. Still had 19 kicks, though. Whereas Nathan Jones for Kenner, 30 possessions and 11 tackles. He was great in an unfortunate Melbourne victory. And he got 85 points as a halfback, so absolutely smashed him there. And as for tacklers, Jack Crisp had a worse performance. He only got 13 points, whereas Sam Gray for Stiff got 22 points with 7 tackles. Now let's have a look at some notable players that they could have played. Real quickly, I mean, Daniel Wells, 15, 11, not really, probably 30, 41 maybe. Not really anyone else. Sean Grigg got 6 tackles. He got 18 kicks, 8 handballs as well. Whereas for Kenner, Dane Zorko, 12 tackles for Dane Zorko. Great effort for Dane Zorko. Scully had 28 possessions, 8 tackles, so not really much else. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go to it again. Let's go to it again. Renegades 339, defeated Rangers Bombers 324. What that means, Renegades go on next week to play Jabronis. The winner will go to the grand final. The loser gets a second chance. Rangers Anonymous will play the winner of our next game, which was Sugar Daddies versus Gods of Olympus. Sugar Daddies 282 were defeated by Gods of Olympus 317. Sorry, Gods of Olympus in the rubble or rabble, whatever you want to call it. The rabble rolls on apparently, according to Coley, because Mick's a bit of a rabble. I'm just reading the teleprompter, guys. Anyway, Sugar Daddies 282 were defeated by Gods of Olympus 317. What was the greatest part of this whole game, this whole matchup, was that Sugar's little rant when he was drunk last night, having a go at Rockcliffe, saying Rockcliffe doesn't care about his team. Telling Rockcliffe to go fuck himself and so forth. Anyway, Michael just wrote, "Go fuck yourself, San Diego," thinking I'm reading the teleprompter. But anyway, that was the greatest part of this game. Sugar's little rant last night when he was pissed. I loved it, Sugar. I love the passion. Keep it going. Anyway, Sugar 282 were defeated by the Rabble. Gods of Olympus 317. The Rabble does roll on. Jeremy Cameron got 25 points from full forward, kicked 4 goals, 1. Great effort. Once again, he's against the flat track bullies in West Coast, so he probably have another great game. Well, it doesn't really matter for you next week. Jack Darling only got the 1 point though. And Stephen Motlop got his first kick in the last quarter, I think. Ended up getting 6 kicks for the game. Did get 14 handballs and did only kick the 1 goal. He got 19 points to half forward. Very, very disappointing. Where Jackie Rewell kicked 4 goals for Richmond. And yeah, I think 2 of those were pretty late, so he was pretty happy. He's back to form. I think it was 34 up. He got 39 points. Caniglio was a bit disappointing for GWS. Actually, both these players, they both did all right, but a little bit disappointing because there was no Dylan Shields. Someone had to step up. They only just got over the line, so they didn't really play that well, although they did get the win. Both utilities in Callum Ward and Stephen Caniglio both got 65 points. The Bont and Pally, everyone said he had a great game. He had an alright game. Did get 9 tackles. Only got 34 points as a midfielder, but 9 tackles could have played in. Where Still Sullivan had a very disappointing game. He had 22 possessions only for the 33 points. Robbie Gray. Has anyone seen Robbie Gray? I don't know where he is. Sugar doesn't know where he is either. He only got 11 points as a midfielder, just for 7 possessions, 4 tackles, 1 goal, so not a very good game. Whereas Sam Dockley, on the other hand, 19 kicks, 11 handballs, had a great game for 49 points as a midfielder. In the ruck, Big Maxi, bloody hell, he killed it. Disappointing. It was actually at the game. If you look at the game behind the end where Hawthorn kicked in the last quarter, you'll see me behind the goals, by the way. Big Maxi got on 52 points as a ruck. He had 11 marks, 41 hit-outs, kicked a goal. He should have had 2 goals, kicked a goal, got 5 tackles, had 16 possessions. What a game by Maxi Gone. Surely Sugar is going to retain him next year. So as I said, 52 points for the ruck. Whereas Goldie had a pretty good game as well. He got 90 possessions, 35 hit-outs. He had the 40 points as a ruckman. Also kicked a goal as well. So both ruckmen had a great game. Let's have a look at the next bit of the halfbacks. Both halfbacks were good scores, over 70s. That's always a great score. Trelaw, 71 as a halfback, got 9 tackles. Whereas Rockcliffe, obviously, he just cares about his stats, doesn't care about the team. How are you going to have all these possessions and your team get kicked by 140 points? I need that text message. I need to read it out straight out. Rockcliffe got 31 possessions and 9 tackles. He got 77 points as a halfback. It's a great effort there. And as for the tacklers, Luke Dowhouse got only 2 tackles, got 5 points. Where Matt Prittis probably had his worst tackling game of the year. Just got the 4 tackles and only got the 12 points there. So, yeah. So, that once again, it was Sugar Daddies were defeated by Gods of Olympus. Sugar Daddies go home. Gods of Olympus continue on to play Kenner next week. Real quickly, though, Del Ciano had 29 possessions. He could have been played. No one else really played that well for Sugar. Whereas for Michael, Brody Smith got 19 kicks. Josh Caddy kicked a couple of goals. Isaac Smith, 18 kicks and 2 goals. Isaac Heaney got 25 possessions and 2 goals. And Johannesson got, I think, 37 points in midfielder. So 282, 317, Gods of Olympus. And just to let you know, we're going to read some of these messages right now for those who don't remember. Wait, older messages, Michael. There we go. Here we go. Good. Fucking. Once again, here we go. Once again, beep footy. You know footy is beeped when you lose by 140 points and you still get 30 posies and 8 tackles. Shit. Rockcliffe. And Fennick wrote, he's not a very good player. Which Sugar replied, please put the screen up, Michael. He didn't reply that. He wrote, effing shit, overpaid, would struggle to get Shane in a top 8 team. What? Must be a game. A game rather than Shane, LOL. Maybe it's the 20 pots talking. And then he goes, that the CUNT is probably wrapped with himself even though his team lost by 140 points. Good on him. He should be feeling good about himself. The bloke doesn't care about his team, just his pride. I love the rant. I love the passion. Love it, Sugar. Love it. Anyway, you're out. Join the rest of us. Come fishing. Anyway, so that's that game. So real briefly, let's go through the minor qualifying final to play me next week. I'm rolling. Actually scored over 300 points. So this is just a finals, just to keep everyone involved. Top final 5 system. So Coley and Dumplings played. The winner plays me who finish on top to see who qualifies for the minor final. And the losers, well, you know, elimination finals, that's how it is. So, same as the top 5. And I'll go through the draw before we finish this thing. So I'm rolling 314, defeated No Dumplings 263. Have a real quick look at it. Eddie Betts kicked 4 goals. Tom Hawkins kicked 3 goals, 4. The halfbacks are okay. Josh Kenny got 75 as utility. Obviously, we're just going through things pretty quickly here. In the midfields, Tate Simpson, 22 kicks, 17 handballs, got 61 points. Oh, and even a half forward weight. Rewalt got 16 marks. 16 kicks, 16 marks, just the 1 goal too. But Simpson, 61 points in midfielder. Heath Shaw didn't have a very good game. As for the rucks, no one really stood out. And Pendlebury only played, I think, 3/4 of a game. Not even that. And got 30.4 points. Yeah. So that's probably about it. Who got the point? Jack Newton said 24 kicks today. So Coley could have played him. Anyone else really outstanding? Not really. Nah, no one else really outstanding. Joe McVeigh had 20 kicks as well. No, nothing really else to go home about. So once again, I'm rolling 314 defeated. No Dumplings, 200 and I think it was 83 or something. So unlucky there, Dash. But you live to play another day because you're next week going to play Fennick. Maltese Falcons, 289 defeated. Second Destroy, 277. Second Destroy's year is over. However, still put your team together, Vossi, because next week we'll probably push up in a game against Sugar. You two can contact each other if you want to have a bet. It's up to you. Maltese Falcons, 289 defeated. Second Destroy, 277. Standout players, both full forwards kicked 20, got 3 goals too, which is pretty good. Tom Lynch is a half forward, 17 kicks, 15 marks and 4 goals for 56 points. Smashed Joe Danaher. Dangerfield only got 68 points as a look at this for the trade that was. Dangerfield 68 utility, Stevens 40 utility, pretty bad. I mean, look at this. Brad Ebert as a midfielder only got 31 points. Brad Ebert got 16 points. Andrew Gaff got 31 points. That was pretty shocking. Both rucks weren't that great. Ollie Wines 75 points as a halfback was pretty good. Patrick Cripps had a pretty good game, got 2 goals as well, but 67 points as a halfback. No one else really stood out. James Kelly got 17 kicks. Rory Lee got 11 kicks, 25 handballs. What else we got here? Yeah, Jack Watts, by the way. Fennick, you're going to retain Jack Watts next year? He's on fire the way he's finished the season. Tell you what, 11 kicks, 6 marks, 3 goals for Jack Watts. May lose Ben Brown next week. Other options? Nah, no one else really to choose from there. So that's it. So once again, it was Fennick 289 defeated Second Destroy 277. Fennick will go on to play Sugar Dash next week. Coley will go on to play me in the minor bracket. In the main bracket, once again, it's minor bracket once again. It's Gods of Olympus will play Jacob's Jabronis, and Sorry, Gods of Olympus will play Rangers Anonymous, and Jacobs Jabronis will play Renegades. Speaking of Jabronis, they had a bit of a practice warm-up game this week. Jabronis got 332 and did not have a ruckman, so Sam Jacobs didn't play. I got 365, and I still would have lost if Jacobs played. No real standouts. I mean, for me, Cyril got 93 as a utility. Jack Viney as a halfback got 81. My midfielders got 100 between them. I welcome back Nick Nat, which is pretty good. Whereas for Jabronis, Tom Lynch got 44 points. They're actually going to be looking for Tom Lynch coming home because they want to try to win in the Coleman. Parker got 91 as utility. No one else really stood out, but 332 points and didn't play ruckman. Bloody hell. So there we go. So once again, it's Rangers Anonymous to play Gods of Olympus in the elimination final next week. First semi-final is called. Loser goes home. Second semi-final will be between Jabronis and Renegades. Winner of the grand final, loser gets a double chance and will play the winner out of Rangers and Gods of Olympus. So real quickly, let's go through the teams of the week. These are the teams of the week for the top four. So the minor finals and so forth didn't count. So obviously we had some players, some big high scores from my team that didn't play, but either way. Memory 32 as a full forward. Cameron 25, Green 14. Renegade 61 half forward for Josh Kennedy. Taylor Hall got 53 and Riol got 39. That's the highest half forward score for the year, as I mentioned before. Both those players got the two highest half forward scores for the year. Utility, well, for the top four teams, the best utility score was 65 by Ward and Canelio, followed by Sel 53, so no utility had a good game in that one. As for the midfielders, Matt Crouch got 50, Dockley 49 and Boyd 35. Best ruckman was Max Gorman, 52 points. Mummy also got 52 points and Goldstein got 40. Best halfback was Nathan Jones with 85. And Tom Rockcliffe got 77 and Shaw got 71. And the best tackle was Stan Gray with 22 with Chris 13 and Pritis 13. Once again, that was just the top four teams. And next week's team of the week will just be the teams with the left. That's it. So that's the game. That's the review. Preview we'll do it on Thursday. You'll get that on Friday. And the first game next week, I think, is Collingwood and someone, I don't know. Anyway, commiserations once again to Sugar. Good season. You had a great season this year. You're right up there. Finished fifth though, better than the last few years. Well done. 4 to go, guys. 4 teams to go. See yous.